The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. When anger rises, think of the consequences. The superior man understands what is right. The inferior man understands what will sell. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Wheresoever you go, go with all your heart. To see what is right and not do it is the worst cowardice. When it is obvious that goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, but adjust the action steps. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. The hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. I am not concerned that I am not known. I seek to be worthy to be known. The man who does not learn is dark. The man who learns but does not think is clouded. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. To be wronged is nothing, unless you continue to remember it. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. I am not concerned that I am not known. I seek to be worthy to be known. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. To be wealthy and honored in an unjust society is a disgrace. Respect yourself and others will respect you. To know what is right and not do it is the worst cowardice. The noble-minded are calm and steady. Little people are forever fussing and fretting. The superior man acts before he speaks, and afterward speaks according to his actions. A gentleman would be ashamed should his deeds not match his words. The essence of knowledge is having it to apply it, not having it to confess your ignorance. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. Virtue is not left to stand alone. He who practices it will have neighbors. To be sincere in words and deeds is a sign of a noble character. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? The cautious seldom err.